Drew McIntyre reacts to winning the WWE Championship on Raw. The Undertaker comments on the Jey Uso Roman Reigns storyline, and WWE superstar Murphy potentially getting his first name back. Hello everyone, Wholesale G here bringing you today's top 5 stories in today's Sportskeeda news update. Drew McIntyre reacts to winning the WWE Championship on Raw. Last night on Raw, Drew McIntyre left the fans astonished by putting Randy Orton down and winning the WWE title for the second time in his career. A hard-fought battle ended with McIntyre hitting a devastating Claymore kick on Orton, which was enough to secure the pin. Following the victory, Drew McIntyre took to Twitter and reacted to the big title change on Raw. He stated that he is proud of tonight's outing and will never take the responsibility of being WWE Champion for granted. Drew McIntyre had won the WWE title by defeating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 36 and had successfully defended it against several opponents over the next few months. He finally lost the belt to Randy Orton at Hell in the Cell and what was Orton's 14th world title win. McIntyre was determined to take back the WWE title from the Viper, and he did exactly that, what he had been promising over the past few weeks. Drew McIntyre has had the greatest year of his pro wrestling career in 2020, and things only got better last night. Here's hoping he gets another lengthy WWE title reign on the Raw brand. Eric Bischoff jokes that he'll sue WWE after Drew McIntyre's title win on Raw. This past week on WWE Raw, which was the go-home show for Survivor Series, Drew McIntyre won back the WWE Championship from Randy Orton, beginning his second reign as champion. The Scottish Warrior will now face Roman Reigns at next week's Survivor Series pay-per-view in a champion versus champion match. Following the win, WWE posted a tweet with the word Drew World Order, comparing McIntyre to the legendary New World Order faction of WCW and later WWE. The mastermind behind the NWO was Eric Bischoff, who ran WCW back in the day. The faction first had the duo of Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, who had moved from Vince McMahon's WWE to Bischoff's WCW in 1996. They were made to seem like rebels of WWE when they debuted on WCW, but were in fact signed with WCW. This led WWE filing a lawsuit against WCW. Eric Bischoff quickly latched on to this and above tweet, joked about it by stating that he would sue WWE for the use of Drew World Order, caption which is similar to New World Order. The Undertaker makes a big comment about Roman Reigns' storyline with Jey Uso. The Undertaker has been giving interviews at a frantic pace in the build-up to his final farewell at Survivor Series. The Deadman sat down with Sporf for another interview, and the WWE legend was asked about the importance of storytelling in pro wrestling. Undertaker, who comes from the old school of thought, explained that storytelling is the root and crux of professional wrestling. Undertaker said that he always tells the younger talent that there's nothing more significant than focusing on pro wrestling's storytelling aspect. He said that performers use wrestling moves to help tell a story. The Undertaker then cited Roman Reigns' ongoing SmackDown storyline with Jey Uso as the perfect example of compelling pro wrestling storytelling. Undertaker felt that the angle between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso is one of the best storylines that has been executed on WWE TV in recent memory. According to The Undertaker, people who understand the Samoan heritage would realize what it really means for Reigns and Uso. Here's what The Undertaker had to say about storytelling and the Roman Reigns storyline with Jey Uso, saying, quote, "Storytelling at the root is what we do. And that's what I try to tell the young talent. Right now, if you watch our product, as gifted as our athletes are, and they are physically unbelievably gifted, more so than ever than any other point, but what we do is storytelling. And you know that's the most important part in my opinion. It's not about the wrestling moves. We use wrestling moves to help tell our story, but it's all about that's what captivates and what keeps people interested in what we do. It's just the mental and heartfelt issues. Like one of the best things I've seen done on WWE TV recently is the feud between Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. That to me has been great storytelling, and people that understand the Samoan heritage and legacy know how important all that stuff is to them. So to me, it starts and finishes with its story. WWE superstar Murphy potentially getting his name back. Murphy has been on a roll lately on WWE SmackDown. This past week on the Blue Brand, Murphy turned his back on his former messiah, Seth Rollins, and thereby helped Rey Mysterio pick up the crucial victory over Rollins, which in turn led Mysterio accepting his and Aalyah's relationship. That might not be all in store for the former disciple of Rollins, as Murphy might be getting his first name back. It was earlier this year that WWE dropped Buddy from Buddy Murphy, and he became just Murphy. Now, if one checks out Murphy's official Twitter handle, they will notice that he has added the first name of Buddy back to his profile. However, as of this report, his profile on the official WWE website is still listed as Murphy. Murphy is not the only one to have part with his name is taken away. However, if he officially gets his first name back, he will be the only superstar after Mustafa Ali to lose his first name and then get it back. Reason why Sheamus gifted Drew McIntyre a sword on Raw is revealed. Drew McIntyre became a two-time WWE champion on Raw as he regained the title from Randy Orton in the main event of the latest episode. WWE made it all the more special by booking it to have a big match feel, which included Sheamus gifting Drew McIntyre with a storage chest. The chest had several gifts, including a Claymore sword and a kilt. Drew McIntyre used the gifts later on during a grand entrance before his WWE Championship against Randy Orton. Sheamus was one of the guests on Raw Talk after the latest episode of the Red Brand, and the Celtic Warrior revealed the reason behind his gifts. Sheamus explained that he gave the gifts to remind Drew of his roots. The intention was to inspire McIntyre, and it's safe to say that Sheamus's gesture did the trick, saying, quote, "I gave him those gifts to help him get back to his roots. Sometimes you forget everything you've been through to get where you are at. That was just me reminding him of who he is, where he comes from, and maybe give him a little inspiration." Sheamus understood that Drew McIntyre needed to regain his confidence after losing the WWE title to Randy Orton at Hell in the Cell. Sheamus said that he was proud to see his brother McIntyre get back all the confidence and wrote to WWE title win, saying after Randy got him at Hell in the Cell, maybe Drew had a little doubt in his mind. When he opened that chest and accepted that sword, everything came back to him. Everything he had been through before, it all came back rushing to his head. As his brother, I was proud to do that for him. Sheamus also revealed that he was close to Drew McIntyre's mother, Angela Galloway, who passed away after a battle with cancer in 2012. Sheamus said that Drew McIntyre's mother would be looking down from above with a big smile on her face. Drew McIntyre will face Roman Reigns in a champion versus champion non-title match at Survivor Series. Going by all that's happened in the recent weeks, the Scottish Warrior could end up having a title program with Sheamus after the pay-per-view. Thanks for watching today's Sportskeeda news update. Follow us on all social media. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Download the Sportskeeda app from the App Store for the most up-to-date news stories in the world of wrestling.